Good morning. Thank you for joining me for another 5 good minutes with the Word. I'm Barry Bryson, and we're continuing our study of the other Psalms, the Psalms by others, Psalms not written by David, nor anonymous, nor Asaph. And we're in Psalm 49 today, and we're continuing our study of the Psalms written by the sons of Korah. And we've seen such a great variety of psalms written by the sons of Korah. And today is a straight up wisdom psalm that could come out of Ecclesiastes or Matthew chapter 6. Quite a difference from the last few that we've been looking at. But of course, this is written by a group of men. There's a name attached, a couple of names attached that we'll look at later on, but we should not be surprised. But we have seen this uniform quality. I mean, just they've written some of the best known psalms that we continue to remember. Um, I will lift up my eyes to the hills, be still and know that I am God. They've written psalms that are universally known and sometimes achieve just the literary greatness that David himself achieves on a regular basis in his Psalms. And this is worthy of any wisdom literature that we have, any of the other wisdom literature that we have in the Bible. And it is about riches. It's about having a proper attitude toward your possessions. And so let's just read Psalm 49. Hear this, all peoples, give ear, all inhabitants of the world, both high and low, rich and poor together. My mouth will speak it wisdom, and the meditation of my heart will be understanding. I will incline my ear to a proverb, and express my riddle on the harp. Why should I fear in the days of adversity, when the iniquity of my foes surrounds me, even those who trust in their wealth and boast in the abundance of their riches? No man can say by any means, no man, by any means, can redeem his brother or give a ransom to God for him. For the redemption of his soul is costly, and he should cease trying forever. He should live on eternally, that he should live on eternally, that he should not undergo decay. For he sees that even wise men die, the stupid and the senseless alike perish, and leave their wealth to others. And their inner thought is, their houses are forever, their dwelling places will be for all generation. They have called their lands after their own names, but man in his pomp will not endure. He is like the beasts that perish. This is the way of those who are foolish, and those after them who approve their words. As sheep they are appointed for Sheol. Death shall be their shepherd, and the upright shall rule over them in the morning, and their form shall be for Sheol to consume, so that they have no habitation. God will redeem my soul from the power of Sheol. He will receive me. Do not be afraid when a man becomes rich, when the glory of his house is increased. For when he dies, he will carry nothing away. His glory will not descend after him. Though while he lives, he congratulates himself. Though men praise you when you do well for yourself, he shall go to the generation of his fathers. They shall never see the light. Man in his pomp, yet without understanding, is like the beasts that perish. This is so powerful. And all those of all those other passages I mentioned that kind of plow the same field, we have almost all of their wisdom collected in this psalm. And let's not miss the major message. And the key word in this psalm is to redeem, to pay for. What can I not pay for, no matter how much money I have? I can't pay for my own soul, and I can't pay for my own life. I cannot pay money to live a little longer. I can't buy months, weeks, years. I can't. And you know what else I can't buy? I can't buy salvation in the afterlife. The only person that can redeem my soul is God. God, verse 15, will redeem my soul. How New Testament in its thinking is this psalm? Um, It's like they were listening to all those songs of David that they sung in the temple, and the tabernacle. They have listened to David in his messianic expectation, in his eschatological expectation, and it has given them perspective on this world. This is very much like Asaph's Psalm 73, and yet there is joy in it. There is not a feeling of being ill-used in any way in it. They're not saying to God, why do some people do so well here in this life? They're saying, who cares who does well in this life? Because this life is brief. It has that sensibility of Ecclesiastes without the despair of Ecclesiastes. Man in his pomp is like the beast. He's going to perish. It's kind of like the poem, the Shelley poem, Ozymandias. It doesn't matter how big a statue you build for yourself, it's going to crumble someday. And so he begins by saying, I want everybody to listen to me. Everybody, high, low, rich and poor. I'm about to speak wisdom. The meditation of my heart that I'm about to share with you will give you understanding. And then he says, I'm going to incline my ear to a proverb and express my riddle on the harp. I don't know that what your version says, but the New American Standard translates that word mashal, riddle, which is fine. But mashal can mean a riddle, a proverb, an epigram, a saying. Mainly, it's a pithy statement that you have to think about. And that's why riddle is a fine word to use. But when you say riddle or I say riddle, we think of why did the chicken cross the road? It's not that kind of a riddle. This is a pithy statement that you need to think about. And you can hear, maybe a solo singer picking up his harp, and saying, "Listen to me, because I have something to say," as the introduction. But this was written for the choir director, and then maybe the whole chorus joins in and shares the song. And he says to the rich, the things that you have achieved, the money you've got, you've put your name on everything. Who cares? Everybody thinks you're awesome because you've achieved so much, you've earned so much. So what? And he says to the poor, don't be envious of the person who's done all this, because none of it matters. It's just for a moment. But what we have eternally, we have from God. I just love this psalm so much, and I hope you do too. But let's see that the key phrase, the key word in this passage is the word redeem. As Jesus pointed out in the Sermon on the Mount, Matthew chapter 6, you cannot, with your worrying, you cannot add an inch to your stature or a minute to your life. You cannot in any way achieve for yourself longer life or the salvation of your soul. God is the one who gives us those things. God is the one who redeems us. Okay, next time we're going to look at another psalm of the sons of Korah, Psalm 84. Thank you for joining me for another 5 good minutes with the Word.